Color consultant assigned Agent Provoc Oakland. She sees the surface clearly, where the borders meet the shadows. She balances the continuity or synthesis of vision in the spectator with the emotive aspects in mixture that the contrast of colors emit and effect. To successfully hypnotize the client, one must be very good at this. Otherwise, as Vivian puts it, shop your slop in the number streets. The competition is too rigid. The color consultants are meticulously trained from infancy to follow the changing seasons of the latest fashion colors and trends. They are highly programmed. This means nothing more than that they have chosen the right angle through experience in which to steer the client. Color consultants do this by the magic of colors. Vivian is a good example. She gets it right down to the color names she accentuates in her portfolio. I have never encountered anywhere else a lion green or a crayfish blue or a lime violet. Vivian invented those colors as part of her poetry of persuasion in relation to a particular client. Vivian gets under the client's skin and sees with their eyes. She dynamically relates to what she knows the client wants but can't have. Then she figures out a way to offer them that. She understands the synthesis of word, image, and sensual reality are what the client actually pays for, so she gets her claws into their spine and begins to drive. The client for whom she invents colors is in search of feeling once again, perhaps the exotic color of youth, the imagination that paints the reality around them. They hire someone else to do this because they neither have the time nor the capability to do it themselves. This becomes impossible due to their wrinkled fat flesh, concretized ligaments, and bald head. Vivian sees this contradiction as a confused paralysis caused by opposing an imagined nature of youthfulness to a severely successful routine. A perfect opportunity for her to fill a void. First, she reinvents their childhood in the present by showing them colored blotches captioned by exotic childish names. She evaluates their response, being sure to make light of any indecisiveness by saying things like, "By all means, paint the walls in blood if you like." When this tactic actually makes the client laugh, she knows she will take the job. The client merely needs some basic psychological cues in order to restore an amount of youthful color to their highly mundane, artificial existence. Vivian walks them through the project, holding their hand, helping them to understand the foreign procedures every step along the way. Vivian decides on the clients. They do not decide on her. Vivian also believes that the quality of the content is much more important than the surface. So she backs up her colors by taking pride in an extensive knowledge of the unabridged, corrosive reactions of surface coatings to building materials handbook. She also keeps track of environmental consequences. No dumping paint down the toilet on her watch. But her attention and respect for the quality of the trades is really why she comes into less friction with the painters and the carpenters. They also know that as an advisor to the designer and the client, and especially the client's wife, she has the ability to make their life miserable. A year after the project was completed, the client murdered his wife and teenage son, sparing only the 9-year-old girl, found in the safe room at the back of the house. He was discovered in the recycling dumpster, a hole in the head. No one believes me when I tell them that Vivian's color scheme is responsible for the deaths. Postscript. Vivian's color pattern by which the murderer was programmed and steered. Notice how the chosen colors go from sexually titillating, carousal pink, to sexually dominant peony pink, royal fuchsia, to violent, Santa red, true red, to calm and refreshing melon, to evasive, evergreen, arbor green, to vacation, festive green, avocado dip, to final escape overseas, Bahama blue, sea breeze.